Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have updates regarding investigations into Donald Trump and his allies. First, in regard to the Manhattan grand jury probe, it was announced this morning that they're not going to be discussing Trump's case or voting on an indictment until late April. I know. Evidently, the grand jury is going to meet next Monday and next Wednesday, but they're going to meet next week in regard to a different case. And because remember, grand juries don't just look at one specific case. There's other cases that they're reviewing at the same time that they're seated. And then after that, after they review that other case, they're going to go on a 2-week break. They're going to be on a 2-week vacation because of the holidays. According to a source who spoke with Politico, the district attorney could change the schedule, but as of now, that's where it stands. So I guess we're looking at a late April indictment, if at all. Next up is the monumental news that former Vice President Mike Pence has been ordered to testify before the Justice Department grand jury. They are, of course, investigating January 6th, the fake electors plot, as well as the documents case. But he's obviously going to come in to talk about January 6th. That ruling was issued by the new Chief U.S. District Judge, James Boasberg. And here's what the judge decided, because it's not a blanket order for testimony. Judge Boasberg rejected Trump's claim of executive privilege. So that means that Pence is going to have to answer questions about his conversations with Trump and possibly others leading up to January 6th. However, he allowed Pence's speech or debate clause argument to stand. That means that Pence can't be forced to divulge anything he personally did or said as it relates to his official duties as the temporary leader or president, if you will, of the Senate on January 6th. So I believe that means, Pence won't be able to be compelled to answer questions about perhaps conversations he had with lawmakers that day, in regard to the certification of the Electoral College votes. That obviously sucks because we know there was a whole lot of shady stuff going on in the Senate, also in the House that day, but at least he'll be able to stick the knife in Trump. At least he'll be able to talk about how Trump pressured him to violate the Constitution. Now, we're going to have to wait and see because Trump still could appeal this decision, but who knows? Next up is news about Trump's former trade advisor, Peter Navarro. We all know he got popped for contempt of Congress. Well, he apparently also has upwards of 250 documents in his possession. And these are all documents that belong to the National Archives. But like Trump, he's been fighting orders to relinquish these items. He's been trying to claim that in turning these documents over, it will harm him in some way. So U.S. District Judge Colleen Kolar-Kotelly is overseeing this case, and she rejected his arguments. She pointed out, quote, "Unlike his many thousands of public servant predecessors, Dr. Navarro is apparently the first to steadfastly refuse to comply." The judge also noted in her opinion, quote, "Defendant has never explained how his rights are affected by returning the records, and the public interest plainly lies in ensuring that the historical record of the prior administration is complete." As with Trump, we'll see if Navarro appeals this decision. The question I have, though, is what is he hiding? Why would this man hoard up to 250 documents from his time in the White House unless they contain something damning? So this, in my estimation, could be a sleeper case. This could shock us all when we find out what it is he's refusing to turn over. And then finally, the last story I have to share with you is more about how Trump is just a moron. He was on Sean Hannity's show, and Hannity tried really hard to help him out. I mean, he was throwing him lifelines. He was trying to help him in regard to the classified documents case. Trump is so dense, though, he didn't even realize it. So here's how it went down. Here's the dialogue with Hannity first attempting to try to get Trump to say that he never looked at these classified documents that he stole, or, maybe he was trying to get him to say that he wasn't even aware that he had them. So here's what was said. Hannity, I can't imagine you ever saying, bring me some of the boxes that we brought back from the White House. I'd like to take a look at them. Did you ever do that? Trump, I would have had the right to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. Hannity, but I know you. I don't think you would do that. Trump, well, I don't have a lot of time, but I would have the right to do that. I would do that. There would be nothing wrong. So Hannity quickly tries to change the subject. And then Trump decides, no, I'm going to back up. I'm going to step in it again. So Trump said, quote, remember this. This is the Presidential Records Act. I have the right to take stuff. Then he said, quote, I have the right to take stuff. I have the right to look at stuff, but they have the right to talk, and we have the right to talk. So Hannity tries to get Trump to say that he never denied access to the FBI to access the storage room where the agents found the majority of those documents. So Hannity says, quote, did you ever deny the FBI any access that they requested to come back to that room or any other room? Trump, the FBI could have taken the documents if they would have asked. We would have given them the stuff had they asked for it. So Hannity tries again, and then Trump merely says, quote, the lawyers gave them access to the room. So he never addresses the actual issue of the FBI agents being denied the access to search the boxes. Yes, they were allowed to look in the room, but the DOJ alleges the agents weren't allowed to look in the boxes that were in that room. So yeah, they looked inside. Okay, it's a room. There's boxes. Okay, go away now. The government's filing says, quote, the former president's counsel explicitly prohibited government personnel from opening or looking inside any of the boxes that remained in the storage room, giving no opportunity for the government to confirm that no documents with classified markings remained. And remember, they did ask. He keeps saying, oh, if they had just asked, I would have given them to him. They did ask for months, for over a year. They asked for documents numerous times prior to the search at Mar-a-Lago. So as usual, Trump is full of shit. You know, he's so full of shit. It's amazing his eyes aren't brown. Honestly. And how dense. The guy is trying so hard to steer you in the right direction to save you, and you don't even get it. Oh my God. It's like that, you know, when you're out with a friend, you're like, oh my God, don't look now. And they go, what? Where? What? What's going on? No, don't turn around. What? Oh my God, he's so dumb. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching and listening. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please like this video, share it with others. That truly helps with the Google algorithm and to get more eyeballs on the show and to grow the show so I can keep it going for you. Truly appreciate it. If you can donate, it also really helps to keep the show going. Love you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.